Multiple crashes in the Bar Harbor and Trenton area caused delays and road closures to and from the island Monday. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. The man from Benton who was arrested last Wednesday and charged with the murder of a Fairfield man will make his first court appearance today. And a Lewiston mass shooting survivor and some family members of the victims are heading to Washington, D.C. Thank you for watching. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. A small crowd advisory is posted until about 1 p.m. So just a little while yet here as wave highs will begin to decrease as we do move forward. Now we had some snow recently though. It reduced visibilities earlier as well. The snow is starting to taper off and we'll start to get the sun out as we head towards the afternoon period as well. Meanwhile though, the last several hours showing some of that snow that occurred during the morning period. We're going to push the last little bit of this out of here. And again, during the afternoon period, the clouds will give way to some sunshine. So that will be very nice as the low pressure center is located right about in here. You can see it's moving though, so as we push this through, things will begin to improve, at least moving forward. So futurecast for today though, again, not too bad. We'll switch over to sunshine this afternoon. Clouds approach later on tonight, but some sunshine will be back as we head towards tomorrow as well. A little bit of a breeze out there out of the north going toward the south at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. In general, we'll keep that going again as we head towards the daytime tomorrow, so the winds will begin to take it easy for a bit, perhaps at least until Wednesday night or so. So otherwise for today, not too bad. Lower 30s, partly cloudy, with that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, here we go, 9 degrees, getting a little chilly out there with a partly cloudy sky. North breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, we have upper 20s on the way, a partly cloudy sky, north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, some sunshine giving way to some clear skies overnight as temperatures cool off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. The first significant snowfall of the season left the state with a fresh blanket of white snow. Although some welcome the snow, it caused big problems for others. No one knows that better than the folks that live or go to Mount Desert Island. Multiple crashes in the Trenton area caused delays and road closures to and from the island. Our Doug Banks spoke with first responders.
Shortly after 6 a.m. on Romer's Corner in Trenton, a vehicle traveling northbound on Route 3 struck a telephone pole. Versant power crews were called to repair the pole, while first responders from Bar Harbor, Ellsworth, and Lemoyne rerouted traffic to Route 230.
There was another accident right here on the Oak Point Road, right in the thick of the rerouting of traffic. Where I understand that person decided to turn around and they got hit by another vehicle.
These crashes were just 2 out of the several that occurred on this snowy Monday.
There was a car that got in an accident in Tremont. There was cars that got in accidents in Lemoyne. All the local fire departments were quite busy this morning.
Route 3 reopened around 10 a.m., but the closure served as a reminder that winter roads in Maine can be treacherous.
You want to make sure you give yourself more time in the morning, but life isn't always perfect, so you just do the best you can, give yourself plenty of room, and the biggest thing is, make sure you're prepared to drive in these conditions.
And first responders are taking that into account as well.
We as responders, slow down, pay attention to what you're doing, get there safely, because that's where you can be most effective.
In Trenton, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The storm also caused thousands of power outages as it started to pick up Monday morning, but most customers now have their electricity restored. As of early this morning, Central Maine Power was still trying to restore power to more than 4,100 customers. Versant Power only had 2 active outages. Those were located in the town of Hancock. The storm caused multiple cancellations and had plow trucks hard at work. Some of those happy to see the activity included local business owners. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with them.
Mainers braced for the first plowable snow of the season. And while many hunkered down, the work is just beginning for some local businesses.
It's always a gift when it's snowing, always.
For the local ski areas, it's exactly what they've been waiting for as they work to get people back on the slopes.
It makes such a difference for us. First off, making snow on snow is much, it starts piling quicker. Traveling to get to them, we can use snowmobiles. We don't have to use four-wheelers. Everything about it's easier when there's snow for us.
And as drivers brave the roads, local tire shops say they often get slammed this time of year.
We get a multitude of different calls on days like today, especially where it's the first real substantial fall for scheduling emergency replacement, can't get out of my driveway.
Studded snow tires can be put on as early as October, according to the owner of Twin City Tires in Brewer, although he says many tend to wait until the first snowfall.
Snow tires are really important for traction. They stay pliable in the colder temperatures, not only with deep snow, but with the hard packed snow and the ice conditions, black ice especially.
Mattson says this storm is a reminder that it's important to get your vehicles ready for the Maine weather.
The other things that people would want to think about this time of year are the condition of your belts and batteries, your headlamps, are they bright enough, are your wipers in good condition? All those things should be factored into winter travel to help you stay safe on the road.
Although there was not enough snow for Herman Mountain to officially open, they plan to hopefully open for the season within the next few weeks. And local tire shops say anyone planning on getting their snow tires should schedule an appointment sooner than later. In Bangor, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Authorities have released new details about a man who died Sunday in Newburgh. They say it was a 79-year-old man who was cutting trees on his property off Western Avenue. Rescuers were called just after noon Sunday when the man was discovered under a fallen tree. CPR was performed, but the man could not be saved. His death is now considered an accidental forestry accident. A neighbor and friend of the man who was recently found dead at his Fairfield home says he will be dearly missed. According to police, 62-year-old Edwin Weeks was found dead last Tuesday when a friend stopped by to check on him. Following an autopsy, his death was ruled a homicide, and the cause of death was said to be sharp force trauma. A neighbor who didn't want to be on camera spoke with us and described who Weeks was as a person.
He was a really good friend of ours, not just a neighbor, so, I really do, and I did adore him. He was also a very religious person, and he really just believed in, God. He was kind to people and everything. He liked to help people as much as he could, but not put himself in the ground.
22-year-old Raheem Shamar Goodwin of Benton was arrested last Wednesday and charged with Weeks' murder. Goodwin is expected to make his initial appearance today in Somerset County Superior Court. A former game warden who had been placed on administrative leave is now officially no longer with the department. Jeremy Judd of Mechanic Falls was placed on leave about a month ago after a member of the public filed a complaint against him. Game officials declined to say what the complaint was about or whether he had actually been fired, but they confirmed to the Bangor Daily that he no longer works as a warden. This was the second time Judd, who appeared on the TV show Northwoods Law, was placed on administrative leave. In July of 2019, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct after assaulting a person at a Bangor concert while he was off duty. A Lewiston mass shooting survivor and some family members of the victims are heading to Washington, D.C. They still have a lot of questions about what happened and the steps that can now be taken. Mal Meyer explains the answers that some are hoping to get.
This is still like a big dream to us. It's a nightmare, but it's a big dream. And
Leroy Walker's son Joe Walker was the manager at Schmangy's Bar and Grill. He was one of the 18 people killed by the sole suspect.
this gentleman was sick a long time before he came to Lewiston to kill the people that he killed.
Documents obtained show the suspect's Army Reserve unit was worried he would commit a mass shooting.
I think there was a lot of things missed.
Walker and others want to know what the military was aware of, when they knew it, and what was done in response. He's hoping Maine's congressional delegation can help get those answers.
But I just think there's a lot more that can be gained out of this than what we really know at this point.
Walker's attorney says they will be in closed-door meetings with all 4 members of Congress on Thursday. 1 survivor and 5 family members of some of the victims are headed to D.C. for it.
There are multiple ways to deal with this issue.
This is happening as Senator King just announced a new gun control proposal, the Gas-Operated Semi-Automatic Firearms Exclusion, or Go Safe Act.
This is a comprehensive piece of legislation dealing with the predominant weapons that are used in mass shootings.
They're a killing machine. It's as simple as that. And we would like to see something done so that we can't kill this many people in just a few seconds.
Walker wants to know if there's support for it, how that can move forward, and what ideas the lawmakers have.
Teachers are voicing skepticism about a Maine proposal to update science education standards to incorporate teaching about genocide, eugenics, and Holocaust. They say they have concerns about adequate teacher training and the nuanced nature of the material. The Maine Department of Education is performing the update that is part of a review of standards required every 5 years. The proposal states that science has sometimes been used by those in power to oppress and abuse others, and that science education in the state should reflect that. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, new federal funding will be going to help Maine farmers affected by forever chemicals known as PFAS. We've got details when we return.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary, call now to see how a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan could get you some big benefits, including this all-in-one WellCare Spendables debit card to use for over-the-counter health items. Find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. A WellCare Medicare Advantage plan is designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage for prescription drugs, dental, vision and hearing, and the WellCare Spendables debit card to make getting the coverage you need more convenient. The WellCare Spendables debit card can be used for over-the-counter health items. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan with a $0 or low monthly plan premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 or low monthly plan premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, and we make them easy to use so you can support your best health. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your health care coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information, so call 1-877-282-3827. Call today.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes, so it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And you know I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
All the nonsense.
I'm right. You may be right, but you're not smart.
Meets no nonsense.
I'm not here to argue. I'm here to rule.
Judge Judy.
I always have the last word.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
New federal funding will be going to help Maine farmers affected by forever chemicals known as PFAS. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard learned more about how those funds will be spent.
So overarchingly, what this grant does is, I think, really emphasizes and enhances the work that we're already doing in the state, but allows the funds to go further.
Nancy McBrady, the Deputy Commissioner for the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Forestry, is talking about a $5 million grant from the USDA that was awarded to the PFAS Fund Advisory Committee. The committee is tasked with providing direct relief to Maine farmers impacted by PFAS contamination.
It was a really wonderful match that we were able to benefit from, and we are utilizing the funding in a number of areas that will be very familiar to the work done by this committee.
McBrady went on to say the $5 million will be distributed in the following way. $3 million will be awarded to research projects of up to $500,000 apiece. $1 million will be awarded to farm infrastructure enhancements. $100,000 will be awarded to business planning and assistance work. And a currently undisclosed amount will be awarded to the CDC to help expand their PFAS lab to allow for dedicated PFAS analysis.
We believe very strongly that we can utilize this federal funding from USDA for the benefit of other farms and programs throughout the United States. Contingent upon all of the work that we're doing, we need to be able to provide guidance, resources, learnings, et cetera, to other programs that might be established elsewhere in the future. So we're taking very seriously the opportunity to use these funds to make that happen.
The committee will be holding 2 public hearings in the coming months. One is scheduled for December 11th at the Deering Building in Augusta. The other is January 11th at the Augusta Civic Center. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Members of Maine's congressional delegation are calling on the Veterans Administration to provide reliable Wi-Fi service at community-based outpatient clinics. In a letter to the VA secretary, they said reliable Wi-Fi is critical for continued health care service for Maine's veterans. They say none of Maine's outpatient clinics have public Wi-Fi, and some have no Wi-Fi at all. The delegation says technology plays a critical role in providing health care in Maine, especially given the remoteness of many areas. The Shepherd's Godparent Home is a Bangor shelter for women who are pregnant or find themselves in a parenting crisis. An open house over the weekend helped the community get a little more familiar with them. The shelter houses women ages 13 to 40 years of age and provides more than just a roof and 3 meals a day. Residents also receive counseling, parenting classes, life and job skills training, as well as academic classes to better their future. All of the services offered at the Godparent Home are provided through private donations, local churches, and other service organizations that support the work of the nonprofit on a regular basis.
We have supported this home for many, many years, and we just see the work that God does in these young women's and babies' lives, and it's a cause that you can't walk by without really feeling like you need to help.
The Shepherd's Godparent Home currently houses 9 women and their children in its 2 residential homes. The nonprofit is planning a Christmas donation drive with Maine State Representative Austin Terrio at the Crosspoint Church on Broadway in Bangor on December 16th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's where the public can drop off toys, warm clothes, and cleaning products to benefit the women at the shelter. After the break, hackers were able to access data from a company known for its DNA and ancestry linking. We'll be right back.
People ask me all the time, are those commercials really true? Does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. We really have gotten millions of dollars for Mainers hurt by commercial vehicles. And the insurance companies know when you call the twos, we're going to fight for you. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Israel-Hamas war. Israel is expanding its ground war in Gaza and growing concerns about the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding. Palestinians who escaped to the south now find themselves with nowhere to go. ABC's Rena Roy from New York has the latest on that, plus new details about what took place on October 7th. That's the day the attacks began.
Israel ramping up operations in southern Gaza. Satellite images show Israeli military vehicles staging there. Many civilians were previously told to flee to this area for safety. Now they feel they have nowhere to go. The IDF now dropping leaflets telling people to evacuate immediately to safe zones marked on a map published online. But with limited electricity, that will be difficult to access.
The safe zones, it's a false narrative and it's a dangerous narrative. People don't have the transport. They don't know where they're meant to go.
This family, including young boys running from gunfire on what was supposed to be an evacuation route. ABC producer Sami Zayara moving his family for the 17th time since the war began.
They are really scary. We don't know what to do. We are displaced from one to another, trying to protect my family as much as I can.
Up to 600 Americans are still inside Gaza, including Rawia El-Farah's father.
People are sheltering together, so there'll be 20, 30 people all together, and there's not enough food.
Israel says it will only consider another pause in the fighting if Hamas returns the 15 women and 2 children they're holding. More than 100 hostages still being held in Gaza. Israeli police say they've received hundreds of reports of rape and sex crimes committed by Hamas. According to an IDF document, nearly all are from eyewitnesses and first responders who claim they were present either during or after the October 7th atrocities. Hamas denies these claims but hasn't presented evidence refuting them. And there is no end in sight here. Israel's defense minister telling ABC News he believes the war in its current intensity will last at least through the end of the year. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
23andMe says a data breach affected personal information for many of its users. A report says the company, known for its DNA and ancestry linking, found that hackers were able to access data from 6.9 million users. It happened after they obtained user login information from a non-affiliated security breaches. The hacked login details were reportedly the same for 23andMe. The company says the hackers were able to gain access to users' family tree information and then potential relatives who have genetic matches. The report says 23andMe is still in the process of notifying everyone affected by the breach and urges all of its users to update their passwords. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our Stable Lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. Mop smarter with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
I know, Mom. I wish I could come home too.
I wanna be home for the holidays, because home is only home when I'm with you. I wanna be home for the holidays, home to you.
lot like a Victorian Christmas for the Bangor Historical Society. From December 9th until the 22nd, Holidays at the Hill House is back for the first time since the pandemic. The event is free and open to the public Monday through Saturday from 12 to 4, with a special evening showing on Wednesday the 13th from noon until 8.
So many people walk through the front doors on a normal day not realizing what we have here at the Historical Society, but when they come in and see it decorated for Christmas, I mean, you definitely see the looks in their eyes. I mean, memories coming back from however many years ago, and it's just really nice to see those emotions coming back.
To learn more about their Ghosts of the Christmas Past, visit their Facebook page or their website, bangorhistoricalsociety.org. Well, Santa Claus is pretty busy getting ready for the holiday, but he'll be taking some time off to meet with local children at the Woodlawn Museum in Ellsworth. Santa and some of his reindeer will be visiting the museum on this Sunday from 10 until noon. He'll be listening to children's wish lists, and it's also a chance to see real reindeer. The Horizon food truck will also be there with delicious treats and hot coffee. The event is free, and there is a special request from Santa. People are encouraged to leave their pets at home. They might make his reindeer nervous. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Today's full weather forecast is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. Here we go. The last of a small crack advisory will drop at 1 o'clock today, so we're working to get this out of here as wave heights will continue to go down. There's still a little up there during the afternoon period today at around 4 to 7 feet, but again, starting to dwindle a bit, so we'll start to see things improve as we do move forward. Otherwise, though, visibility levels from earlier this morning showing Bar Harbor was down for a bit as we had some leftover snow, but a lot of that's starting to get out of here as we speak. Here's the radar and satellite showing some of those returns for a little bit, though. But again, the last of this is getting out of here, so we'll get the clouds out of here as well, giving way to sunshine during the afternoon period moving forward. Here's the front right about in here. That'll be tracking off towards the south and also to the east, so we just got to work on this for just a little while yet. And again, we'll start to get some improvement going during the afternoon period. But of course, Futurecast showing the clouds getting out of here this afternoon, giving way to sunshine. We may have some clouds to the north later on tonight, and some moving in from the south and west as well. We'll keep those clouds going for a little while, at least until Wednesday morning. Then by Wednesday afternoon, we'll start to see the clouds get out of here, and maybe a few clouds again as we get towards Wednesday evening to the north. But we're looking pretty good in our neck of the woods further down toward the south. But otherwise, though, our average high temperature is now 38 degrees. We'll be below that today in the lower 30s, upper 20s Wednesday and Thursday, the middle 30s Friday, warming up even more Saturday in the lower 40s. So we'll be melting some snow coming up soon as well, and some upper 40s again Sunday and also into Monday of next week. So meanwhile, though, your forecast for today, we have lower 30s on the way, partly cloudy, the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. 9 degrees, getting a little chilly out there tonight with a partly cloudy sky, the north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, upper 20s, not bad, partly cloudy, we'll have the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. Healing Hands Massage extended forecast, pretty simple forecast with a lot of dry days on the way. Here's Thursday, though, a lot of sunshine. That'll be nice with highs in the upper 20s. We warm up even more. We have middle 30s Friday, also with a lot of sunshine. However, we changed a little bit, though, as we head towards your Saturday. We have a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures warming up even more into the lower 40s.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.